Hey everybody, welcome to Broadway.com's Live at 5. It is Thursday, March 5th, and I am Ryan Lee Gilbert.
And I am Paul Wintoric.
And we are joined, as always, by the magnificent Caitlin Moynihan.
Hello.
Oh, she's sticking with that
Yeah,
one.
Do you guys like it?
I really like it. And this, I think this whole working girl outfit we have going on.
There's a lot of
today.
Prince happening
Yes,
right now.
Where's
so
the
about
Working
it.
Girl musical?
Where is the Working Girl musical? Who knows? You know what is opening on Broadway tonight, though? Girl from the North Country
Right.
is opening on the Great White Way
Which
tonight.
is not
Break a
Cyndi
leg.
Lauper, it's Bob
Not
Dylan
Cyndi
music.
Lauper. Yep, but you know, same. Congrats and good luck to all of those out there. And then we have a wonderful guest with us today. Guys,
here?
we have Dreamboat Jerry O'Connell
Yes!
talking about A Soldier's Play with us. I'm very excited to chat with him in just a little bit. But first, let's talk about today's Top 5.
Looks like we're all going to be going down to D.C. to see this birdie.
Well, this is the thing now. We need to
just
get
had to
apartments.
go.
Yeah,
We
an
need to get
office down
apartments
there.
in Washington, D.C. because the Kennedy Center is really ramping it up with these
I know,
Broadway.
it's
What's it
crazy.
called? Their series, the Broadway. They do musical. They did Next to Normal last month.
Yes,
Everybody went
they've
down. So now they're
done.
doing Bye Birdie, the 1960 musical, in April, 23rd to the 28th. And we found out James Vanderbeek is in it.
James Vanderbeek.
Surprised you,
yeah,
right?
I was going to say, get in
He's
there,
playing
James
Albert.
Vanderbeek.
Carly Hughes is playing Rosie. Mallory Bechtel's Kim. Ann Harada, Mrs. McAfee. Reg Rogers as the husband, Mr.
Yeah.
McAfee, right? And Caitlin Kinnunen, I didn't notice that, is Ursula. Who's Ursula? She's one of the girls.
Mean
one of-
Girls.
Yeah,
I
she's
think.
the
one
mean
of the
girl?
mean
She's
girls.
the mean
yeah.
girl. And Megan Sikora as Gloria. She's super talented. And four-time Tony winner Harvey Fierstein
What a cast,
is playing
man.
Albert's mother, May.
This is amazing.
Yes, and we don't know who's playing
sold.
Comrade Birdie yet because they always like to keep it.
Hush,
Right.
hush.
Maybe
Yes,
it's
this is
maybe-
it could be. It might be
maybe-
another star.
Might be a Jonas.
Yeah, it might be a Jonas.
I wanted it to be Nick Jonas when I
Well,
read
wasn't
this.
he the
Do
rumored
you?
to do
Yes.
the live?
I'm hoping
right?
for Jerry O'Connell in the leather
Oh,
jacket.
maybe
I'm
we'll have
into
a
it.
scoop here.
This is a big hit 60s musical, and
great.
Mark Bruni is directing it, and Dennis Jones is choreographing it, and Todd Ellison, musical director. So get thee to Washington in April.
And we found out who's going to be helping bring this hit all across the country.
We were talking about the national tour of Anastasia,
Thank you.
yeah,
I was
if you
going to do it
will.
if you didn't. Sorry, it's a drag race thing.
And Beth Stafford Laird will be taking over the main role of Anya. She will begin on April 7th when the show is at the Tulsa Performing Arts Center in Tulsa, Oklahoma. She will replace Lila Coogan, who is the original star of the Anastasia tour. Her final performance will be in Minneapolis, Minnesota on April 5th. And then Beth Stafford Laird will remain with the production through all of its upcoming spring and summer engagements. It's headed to 18 more cities over the next couple of months, including Seattle, Boston, and Atlanta. And you can get tickets to the show through August 2nd as of right now. She joins a cast that includes Jake Levy as Dimitri, Jason Michael Evans as Gleb, Allison Ewing as Countess Lily, and Edward Staudenmeyer as Vlad. So if you haven't checked out the tour of Anastasia, make sure you do so in the next couple of months.
The clock is still going to strike midnight, but not for a few more weeks.
So everyone's writing a Cinderella musical, as we know.
This
Just
is
yesterday
the
we
hot
talked
title.
about Once Upon a One More Time.
Nice.
Did I do it right?
Nailed it.
That's
Yeah.
the Britney Spears musical that Cinderella is a character, and then there's a movie happening. And Andrew Lloyd Webber this is going to be a big one.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
gonna
I
be
mean-
like a big fancy Cinderella
Absolutely.
musical. So we found out that it's slightly delayed. It's not really delayed. It's at the Gillian Lynn Theater, named after the great Cats choreographer, Gillian Lynn and Phantom. It was supposed to start August 28th, and now they're saying opening night is October 28th. So I don't know what that means. I don't know when the start date is. It's a little, we don't know.
you know,
It's
yeah.
just slightly delayed.
Just
Calm
trying
down.
some things out.
It's a new spin on Cinderella, and music by Andrew Lloyd Webber, lyrics by David Zippel, who I adore. Hi, David.
Yes.
And Carrie Hope Fletcher is playing Cinderella, and Lawrence Connor, who did School of Rock, and Les Mis is directing, and Joanne Hunter, who just did that Unmasked. She directed
Yes, over at
Unmasked
Paper
at Paper Mill. She's in the Lloyd Webber family. She's the choreographer. So it's where I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
it's
just
gonna be-
delayed
it's
like
gonna be
8
a
days.
thing.
I don't know. It's not
Yeah.
that big of a deal. Calm down.
Yes, and we found out the first round of casting about who's going to be helping bring straight white men to London.
We are talking about young Gene Lee's Straight White Men. It is having its UK premiere at London's Southwark Playhouse. It'll start there on May 27th. It'll open on June 2nd. It'll play a limited engagement through June 20th. And joining the cast are Charlie Condu as Matt, Kim Tatum, and Kamari Romeo as the people in charge. It's hard to explain what that means if you haven't seen the play, but they're like little guides, you know? Straight White Men takes place on Christmas Eve when Ed has gathered his 3 adult sons to celebrate, but when a question they can't answer interrupts their holiday cheer, they are forced to confront their own identities.
I don't remember the question. I saw it. Anyway, we'll talk
I
later.
don't remember the question either. But, you know, it's a good play. Yeah, it's great. Further casting will be announced at a later date. Of course, it had its New York premiere off-Broadway at the Public Theater, and then it had a main stem production at the Helen Hayes Theater in 2018. It was the first time that a play by an Asian American female playwright had been produced on Broadway. Let's keep it going, please, you know? And check out Young Straight White Men.
I like when you say main stem.
Main stem, right? You know,
Whatever
we can
that
switch
means.
it up. Yeah.
And even more UK audiences are going to be able to cheer on this production.
Oh my God, I love
Well, I've been
this
wanting
show.
to see Bring It On, the musical,
I love that
again.
show.
And I just started watching Cheer finally. I'm sure you
I
watched.
haven't
did?
seen it yet.
You
You're
have-
so behind.
I know. Sorry, I've seen
You
theater.
Have you seen Love is Blind yet? It's been
No.
2 extra days. You could have consumed it by now.
It's too much.
Now that politics have calmed down, you have time for Love is Blind.
Yes, exactly. Wow.
Bring It On is now finally going to happen in London. And it's a 2013 Tony-nominated musical that, of course, was written by Jeff Whitty, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Amanda Green. It's a super fun. It's
the
based on the
craziest
film
dancing
franchise.
I've
It's sort of a
ever
new take
seen.
on the cheerleading franchise. It's happening at South Bank Center's Queen Elizabeth Hall, December 9th through December. This is really far off. Through December 10th of next year, and it's already doing a UK and Ireland tour. So I guess they're sitting it down
it's gonna
in
be
London.
ahead.
Is what's happening. It's directed by Guy Unsworth and choreographed by Fabian Alois, and it has a 4-time Olympic medalist in the
I was
cast.
listening because the choreography in it is crazy.
Yeah, they
They're
throw each other
leaping
all over the place. There's a lot of throwing in the air. Lewis, well, you have to do that for cheerleading. Lewis Smith,
right.
and Vanessa Fisher as Danielle, and Amber Davies as Campbell. So anyway, that's
Maybe
fun.
some of those cheer people will join the cast between.
Jerry.
Done
Right,
casting.
so-
That'd be fun.
There are some other wonderful things that
Like
you can
what?
check out on the site. Well, there's a Q&A with Blair Underwood of A Soldier's Play that you can watch in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere right now.
He's
there's
a
also-
dreamboat too.
Yes, he gets
That cast
he gets
over at the American
mid-show-
Airlines.
a
Good
mid-show
casting,
moment.
Kenny Leon.
Absolutely. Playwright Hilary Bettis, who wrote 72 Miles to Go. We have a photo feature and interview with her. There is a...
Say it. What's the name of the vlog?
It's Yas Queen backstage at 6 with Abby Mueller, but she took the week off. She handed the camera over to some of her fellow
Sometimes
castmates.
vlogs have standbys.
Exactly. So you can check out that episode. And Come From Away celebrated 3 years on the Great White Way.
With those big balloons they got from the set of
And
Company.
cupcakes and all that. Yeah. no,
Right?
it's
So
quite
the company,
festive.
the
Yeah, they
balloon,
just
Mylar
pass them
balloons are a
around.
thing this spring, trust me.
That's right.
You'll
That's
see.
the aesthetic for spring. Paul, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
I've been here way too long. There's a much better person for this spot.
Caitlin, would you please introduce our today's guest?
Gladly. Yes, guys, we got Jerry O'Connell here with us in the studio today. He's here to talk about all things A Soldier's Play, which is currently on the Broadway. He previously appeared on Broadway in Living on Love and Seminar. I can only just say some of this guy's screen credits, because if I said all of them, we'd be here for quite some time. So currently, Carter, Billions, Stand By Me, Jerry Maguire, and a whole lot more. Make sure you guys follow him on social media at Mr. Jerry OC and leave all of your questions down in the comments below. Everyone, please welcome Jerry and Ryan.
Da da da! Look at that. The grandest entrance in all of Live at 5 history.
Amazing
Here,
that you
take a
guys have
seat.
these lifts from
Enjoy
underneath
yourself.
the stage here at
May I fix this? May I adjust this
BDC,
for
Broadway.com. No, I wanted that. I'm
you?
auditioning
Oh,
for
there
Bye
was
Bye
a mo-
Birdie
oh
in
my,
DC.
You're right. I apologize. All right. You look phenomenal. Hello there, sir.
Oh, man,
It's
it's
so
so
wonderful to
exciting
see
to
you.
be back.
This is we'll get into it a little bit, but this is a very big moment for me. Stand By Me is my favorite film of all time.
Sure.
So,
For a lot of the kids who are watching who maybe don't know, it was a film that was made it came out in 1986
It
about
did.
4 boys who go to find a dead body. It was
Yeah.
it's a classic.
It's
really.
formative, yes. But we'll chat about
I am
but-
here to announce actually the musical version of
Of
Stand By Me. I'm kidding.
That would be sold
That would
already,
be funny though, wouldn't it?
I'd be there. You're here
There's
to
a
talk about
body.
Soldiers Play, though. You're back on Broadway, Jerry O'Connell.
Back on Broadway.
It's wonderful to have you back. How are things?
It's great. I mean, Soldiers Play. It's. I mean, listen, we're all in the biz here. We're filling seats a
You
lot.
certainly are. Yes.
I mean,
yeah.
I
It's a
go to
hit.
Broadway.com every Monday and check out the grosses. I do that. I know you're not supposed to do that, but I do.
No, please click away.
And we are almost at 100% capacity, which
That's
is
phenomenal.
the only thing
Well-
I care about. I know a lot of people look for ticket price and stuff like that, but that's not
You
me.
want bodies in the theater. Yeah, checking that
And
out.
it's a big deal.
It is.
You know, every at curtain call, it's you can tell it has a real effect on people. It's been such a great ride. It's a play that won the Pulitzer Prize in
did?
1982. This is the first time it's on Broadway.
Yep.
The original production in '82 starred a couple of no names named Denzel Washington, Sam Jackson, and a very young David Alan Grier.
That's right. Yes.
And he's now the star of our Broadway production, and it's just great. It's a special play. It feels great. I mean, I can get a table at Bar Centrale these days. For those who don't know, that's the bar. That's the exclusive bar.
That's right. Yeah.
While I do love Bar Centrale and love going there, this is a little inside, but if you do come to New York, I'm more of a Glass House guy myself.
Glass House Tavern. Okay.
Glass House
yeah.
Tavern. You can always get a seat in there. You don't get turned away.
Yeah. You don't have
And
to say I'm here to meet Jerry O'Connell.
A lot
right?
of
You
for
can
people
just-
coming to visit New York, a lot of like the company dancers and stuff, the cool kids,
Yes.
all go to
Yeah,
Glass
yeah.
House after shows. So you feel. I was there last night in my leg warmers. I just rolled in there. It's so great.
You're a man of
Everyone's
the
like,
people.
everyone's eating and drinking because they just got off stage and
Yeah.
they're like, they just heard the applause of the audience, so everyone's in a good mood. I highly suggest that if you're coming to New York.
It sounds
It's
like
really
you're having a
fun.
miserable time around here, Jerry. Really?
I'm having a great time.
That's phenomenal.
I
to
really
hear.
am. It's listen, I've also been a part of. I don't want to call anyone out, but I've also been on Broadway and been in a production that closed pretty quickly after our review came out. You know, and so I have a lot of gratitude when you're in a play that's doing well.
Yeah,
here.
well, it's a phenomenal production of this play. That's the thing. You have not only, you mentioned the incredible cast members you have, but Kenny Leon is just one of the very best
Right.
people in this. What has it been like for you to work with him?
Kenny Leon. I mean, I'm sure everyone watching is in the know here, but Kenny Leon is our director, our Tony Award winning director.
Yeah.
He's just brought a modern take to a 40-year-old play, and it just makes it as relevant today as it was 40 years ago. He really helped me. I play, the play
You
is
play a tough
basically
character. Yeah.
the play is a murder mystery on a army base
Yep.
in 1943, where the first African American officer comes to that base, and
Right.
some of the Caucasian officers have problems
And you share a rank with
meeting
this.
people
Yes.
meeting African Americans of equal rank. So my character is a little insensitive, and it was tough for me to get there because, I'm sure you guys know about me. I'm woke AF.
Yes,
I'm,
absolutely. That's
I'm the
absolutely.
wokest MF out
You walked
there.
around and charmed everyone in this office already.
But
Yeah,
everyone,
yeah.
even like I could hear him back of me, like here at the offices, like people were like, "That guy's woke," and
That's right.
I mean, so for me to be, it was difficult for me to be so insensitive in this play.
I can
gotta tell you,
imagine.
it was a little difficult. It's difficult as an actor. It's difficult to say it. It's difficult
Mm-hmm. To live in
to
that kind of.
to live it. You
Yeah,
know, it's crazy. But our director Kenny Leon really helped me get there and evoke it and all that stuff.
Yeah, well, I wanted. How did this project land in your life, and why were you eager to be a part of it?
I'm sure someone more famous than me turned it down, and I really wanted to work with Mr. Leon.
Yeah.
when I did seminar 100 years ago and did my interview right here
Broadway debut.
at
Broadway
BDC, Broadway.com. I not to be confused with BDC Broadway Dance Center,
That's right.
where I'm currently in basic
Rehearsals
tap.
for Bye
No,
Bye
I'm in basic tap classes there. I got to tell you, we have a cast member on our show named Jared Grimes who does a
Yes.
tap solo, and I watch him every night. And I was like, this is something that I don't have in my repertoire at all. And I have done a lab with Susan Stroman for Crazy for You. I don't know if you're allowed to talk about this, but it was supposed to. It didn't go. But I would watch Tony Yazbek tap every night, and I was like, hot damn, this man is infinitely more talented than me. Homie, don't play that. I can't have that. So I thought I'd go take a tap class at BDC, Broadway Dance Center, not to be confused with Broadway.com. And
Are you loving it?
well, I have taken a couple tap classes. So instead of basic tap, I took beginner tap. I was like, I can handle this. And that was a mistake. I have to tell you, you're supposed to do something that scares you every day. It was arguably the most embarrassing moment of my life when our tap instructor, shout out to Doug Shankman, said, okay, across the floor, Jerry, you by yourself in front of the class. And I could not do it at all. And it was, I mean, I want to tell you, just reliving it right now, like you can see my face. It was, words can't even describe. I was like, I mean, I can just tell you how I was feeling on the inside, and it was like this. Help me, God. God, take me away from this moment. They're watching me. I'm on Broadway, and this is the most embarrassing moment of my life. So anyway, Doug Shankman was like my teacher. Shout out. You can follow him on Instagram. I do. He was like, you need to go to basic tap. And I was like, I didn't realize there's one below beginner. And he was like, there's basic. And so I went to basic and I took that class. And right afterwards, I said, is there one below basic? But, and this is not an ad. I'm just a fan. Broadway Dance Center is great.
It is,
If you come to New York, I'm telling you, Glass House Tavern and Broadway Dance Center, their classes are amazing. And you know what? Next time I come up here, I'm going to be doing like a tap solo as Billy Flynn or something in Chicago.
I hope you mean it.
And I got to say, like everyone, here I am like a super famous Broadway actor.
Absolutely.
And I'm doing something that scares me 3 days a week, and everyone should do that.
Good on you. When are you going to do a musical? When are we going to see you belt?
You know,
I know you got it in you.
Oh, I do.
I know you
now,
do.
unfortunately, the only time it's really happened is I do love private, not public, karaoke rooms.
Okay. All right.
And I have been known to go there by myself and practice, and there's
Really?
nothing wrong with that.
No, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. But you should share it with the world eventually.
You know, I mean, occasionally I do like partying with everybody, but I just like to, you know, in the words of, and I think I'm quoting RuPaul. I did hear a Drag Race reference earlier.
You certainly did.
You never have to get ready if you are ready. Is that not a RuPaul quote? I think it is.
Sure it is. Yeah.
I just made it one.
That will go to our. But yeah, no. I mean, what are you when you pick projects now? What are you going for? What kind of muscles are you trying to flex? What things are you trying to get out there?
I will say this: what's really funny about doing a Broadway show is it's not necessarily the hardest job in acting. I work in television. I work in movies. Broadway's not the hardest, but for 2 weeks, and the 2 weeks when we're getting reviewed and we're in previews. By the way, I know everyone is in the know watching this, but for people who are not in the know, right before you open a play, opening night, tonight, Girl from North Country is opening. Break legs, everybody. Hope you do well. That week before, you are reviewed by the Broadway.coms, the New York Timeses, the Playbills, all the newspapers, all the outlets. And it's about 3 or 4 shows that you're reviewed on. And that to me is the most
That's
stressful
an
week.
intense week for you.
And you're
Yeah.
sort of, the whole job is about that week.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is fun. Like, we're having fun now on
When
this
you're
show.
kind of just able to do
You're
your
just,
thing.
you're
up
doing
there.
it,
Yeah.
you're vibing it, you're doing it for yourself, you're doing it for the audience, you're doing it for your coworkers, you're doing it for just even the people you work with who are your publicists, the people at Broadway.com.
Yeah.
You're doing it, it's like a collective thing. But the scary thing is when you're doing it that preview week, you're doing it for the reviewers, you know? And it's a
That's
stressful
a tough, yeah.
it's a stressful time because it makes or breaks a show. And
Sure.
I mentioned this earlier. I've been in a show where, listen, I'm sure that poster's hanging in Joe Allen. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, Joe Allen is a restaurant, also very good. I suggest a steak tartare. Sorry, vegan people, but they hang posters. It's actually quite funny. They hang posters in the restaurant of all shows that have failed.
Didn't have as good of a run as they had hoped.
Have financially failed. And so it's really funny because you're looking around there, and I'm sure I did a Broadway show. I loved everyone who was a part of it, but I did a Broadway show that is definitely hanging up in that restaurant. And, you know, it was a great show, but it was not well received.
Mm-hmm.
And that was it. It was toast. I mean,
Yeah.
and man, that's pretty harsh.
Right.
That, it's like a harsh business. Like,
Yeah, but it's also
a couple of
like, yeah.
reviewers didn't like it. That's it. You're done, you know? I mean, you're looking for another job.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you don't have to worry about that with what you're currently going
Not
on.
with Soldier's
right?
Play.
No, you certainly do.
And that's why I have gratitude
yeah.
with it, you know?
And I think I saw somewhere that Kenny Leon early on said this is probably going to be the most important thing you ever work on.
You know,
How has it been at that for you?
day one in rehearsals, you know, I think this has happened on every, you know, play production I've worked on, but everybody stands in a circle and you all introduce yourselves, and, you know, there's a lot of components, actors, stagehands, marketing people who work behind the scenes. Shout out to Jessica. Hey, Jessica, come on. Do you want to get on Broadway.com? Come on. Look at this. Come here quickly. We're running out of time. It's live television. I just have to give a shout out to our marketing people.
Yes.
This young lady does a lot of marketing. Have a seat, Jessica. Have a seat. This young lady does a lot of marketing for all of Roundabout shows.
Yes, I do.
Next up, we have what coming up at the American Airlines Theater?
Birthday candles with
Birthday candles. That's right.
It's my nightmare, but hello, thank you. Bye.
It's going to be good. I'm sure it's pre-selling amazing. No, but there's a lot of components that really help
yeah.
sell a show. And, you know, like, marketing of a show is,
A
like,
lot of
super
people
important,
put a lot of
you
hard
know?
work into it. Yeah, certainly do.
And after we did that, Kenny Leon looked around the room and said, this is going to be the most important job we all do. And, like, I had heard that before at jobs,
yeah,
you know? And, man, Mr. Leon said something. I'm not sure if I should share this, but I sort of let it out. And I have just such respect for Mr. Leon. But he said, oh, man, it was really emotional. He said, my job is not... My job is to make sure you guys get amazing jobs after this job. And I'd never heard someone I worked for ever say that. No one is a superior has never said that to me, you know. And it really he was right. It's the most important project I've ever worked on.
It's phenomenal. I know we have so many people watching that want to ask you questions.
Oh yeah,
So I'll open it up to.
Sock it to me. I mean, I gave you guys some sick insight. Glass House Tavern. By the way, that's good insight. Like, you
That
walk
is.
around Broadway, you
Yeah.
like walk into one
Yeah.
of those shady bars that's like around the corner, and there are some shady bars
Yeah.
around the theater district
Yes.
and stuff. I've been in all of them.
You can find
People
Jerry
are
at all
crazy.
of them.
Woke AF Jerry.
Woke AF Jerry will be at Glass House Tavern. Thank you all. All right,
mean-
so first question this question has a lot of likes, which is why I'm asking it first. Maribel says, what would current Jerry say to Stand By Me, Jerry?
Oh.
What would current Jerry, this Jerry, I don't like to talk about myself in the third person, but Mirabelle is asking, by the way, Mirabelle is the next musical I will be in. I'm kidding.
Mirabelle.
It's not, it just sounds like a good musical.
It
It's me and, it's Andrew Lloyd Webber, me and Sarah Brightman. Boom. I've seen her in concert. Worth it.
She's phenomenal.
Let me tell you, man, a swing. My wife is a huge Sarah Brightman fan. We're going to get to your question, Mirabelle. But my wife is a huge Sarah Brightman fan. Huge. I mean, the
Totally.
biggest.
Yeah.
And listen, we love it. We love Sarah Brightman here at Broadway.com. But I was like, and this is good. This is where you're going to yank me off this show. But I was like, Sarah Brightman? And she was like, Sarah Brightman. And she came to L.A. And this is when my wife and I were dating. And I bought my wife third row center.
Ooh.
And I had no money back
That was
then.
the end of the dating.
And man,
Lock
I
it
got to
up.
tell you, Sarah Brightman got on a swing that swung out across like Staples Center and was singing a song the entire time. And you know what? Unlike some of these other kids today, I don't think there was a
Yeah.
wire attachment. She just
No.
got on that swing and started going.
I'm sure. She
Okay?
did.
And let me tell you, after that concert, I was like, it was crazy, man. I'm a huge Sarah Brightman fan. But what would I tell myself in Stand By Me? You know, it's funny. I don't even want to say Stand By Me. I just say as a younger actor,
Yes.
there's a lot of anxiousness about having no control of your career. You know, as an actor, you wait for the phone to ring. You wait for auditions. I mean, I guess it's even more intense now, what with YouTube and social media being out there, that you're probably like, I have to keep doing things. I have to keep doing things. And there's something to be said about like just being relaxing, always keeping yourself busy,
Yeah.
but not being so caught up with having to be successful or having goals and having to attain them. It's like, do what you enjoy doing and be open to what might come your way, you know? Like, for example, something like Soldier's Play, like I wasn't like, I mean, listen, there was a time when it was very difficult for me to break into Broadway. I'm typically a basic cable television actor, you know? I mean, I'm in procedural television shows. I play a cop on TV shows where, you know, I look at computers and go, it's a match. And like a lot of like scenes in morgues and stuff with like looking at the lividity of like death time, you know? Nothing wrong with that. It's great.
No,
It's a
hey,
fun time.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to get on. I really wanted to start to do Broadway. I was,
Yeah.
and it took a lot of auditions. I auditioned for Teresa Rebeck, our playwright for Seminar, a number of times before I got that show Seminar, which was a few years ago with the late great Alan Rickman, God rest his soul,
Yes.
and it took time, and I was very anxious about getting on Broadway, auditioning, calling up my theater agent. What the hell is going on? Why aren't I going on? Why is James Vanderbeek in Bye Bye Birdie? Why didn't I even get a call for Bye Bye Birdie? This is a joke. Like, I'm about to fire you. Like, I should be in D.C. doing Bye Bye Birdie. Why is James Vanderbeek doing it? I have more experience. I have more theater experience. I should have put myself on tape. Why wasn't I even given a self-tape to do Bye Bye Birdie in D.C.? What is going on? And I'm not saying that's what I said. But that's what I'm going to say right when I get out of this room. But there's something now about like just like being cool, being open. I'm not kidding. Taking tap classes at BDC and just being open to it and being cool. Just being cool.
That's
And it'll
solid,
happen
man.
at some point, you know. I mean,
Take a chance.
here I am on Broadway, you know.
In a huge hit.
In a hit.
In a phenomenal production. Yeah.
Capacity almost at 100%. If you go to Broadway.com grosses on Monday.
That's right.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't go by like capacity and stuff. I do. I'm kidding. I don't. I do. I'm kidding. I don't. I do. That's all that matters.
All right. Yeah, one more
We're
question.
going to do one more question. And Gabriel just wants to know, this is your third Broadway show. What do you love the most about the Broadway community? What keeps bringing you back?
Man, what is the best about the Broadway community?
This right here.
Well, of course, this right here, but I would have to say, as an actor, and oh man, this is gonna make me sound like I need like affirmation from my peers, but as an actor, there's nothing cooler. I mean, I can walk into any meeting professionally, and nothing is intimidating because I just came off of a run on Broadway. It's the pinnacle. It's the pinnacle. And oh God, I don't mean to sound shallow, but I am. You just feel cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to a party. Zachary Quinto was there, and I rolled right up to him, and he knew exactly what I was doing, and we were like peers. And I was like I was talking to him about Broadway and stuff, and like, it's crazy, and the dressing rooms at the American Airlines Theater and stuff like that, and our audiences, and sometimes they're different. And on the inside, I was like, I can't believe I'm a peer with this guy right now. It's crazy,
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. So it's exciting because it's as an actor, it's arriving,
Yeah.
It's arriving. And I mean, I've always, and I'm sure everyone else feels like this, everyone, including Zachary Quinto, we all feel like we shouldn't be here. Like we all feel like we shouldn't like we don't belong here. Oh man, I'm tricking them. Oh man, I shouldn't be here. They made a mistake, James Van Der Beek should be doing this. You know what I'm saying? And it's that feeling really subsides when I'm on Broadway.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? This is cool. Sitting here with you is cool for me, Jerry.
Look at us.
So thank you so much. Do you know what else is super cool? The production of a soldier's play.
Yes.
Happening at the American Airlines Theater. You have until March 15th to go see the show, so make sure you do so. Thank you so much for coming
What
by, sir.
a
It's
fun
such a
interview.
pleasure.
I love
Such a
it.
pleasure. Thank
See
you
you at the
so
Glass
much.
House. Or Centrale if we can get in. It's tough.
Fingers crossed. Caitlin, would you
Yes.
please take us out?
Gladly, yes. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We are live at 5 every single weekday here on Facebook, and you can listen to us wherever you get your podcasts by searching for #live at 5 and hitting that subscribe button. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. We talk to Derek Klena all about Jagged Little Pill.